From the great halls of their house, there are assembled three who hope to one day be the world's greatest driving heroes. Created from the cosmic legends of the universe comes our team captain, the Vision, Bill Fisher, and their soon-to-be Wonder Woman, Vicki Fisher, and our Captain Marvel and head flight trainee, Jennifer Scripchuk. Their mission: to fight injustice, share what is right and wrong, to get you out of your house and come out racing with them and serve all mankind. They are the Garage Heroes in Training Team.
Welcome to the Garage Heroes in Training podcast. I'm going to be one of the hosts for this episode. My name is Bill. Who else is host Dave?
I'm Vicki.
And I'm Jeremy.
Oh, I think this is a record-breaking podcast. This is the longest, most out-of-time race recap podcast we've ever had.
Yes.
Yep.
Way too long.
It's almost, we just made it. We're still in the same month.
We are.
It's been a summer. Let's put it that way.
It has definitely been a year. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So we are 2.5, almost 3 weeks past the race.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So Vicki, how did you do at the race?
Oh, I didn't go this one. I didn't have a car.
Okay, very good. Jeremy, do you remember the race?
It was somewhere. I don't remember. I was in
Kind of
Coda.
local.
I was at Coda and Sonoma, and then it was Thompson. That's where it was. It
Oh,
was
that's
Thompson.
right.
Very well. So traditionally, the August Thompson race is a sweat fest, a thunderstorms and 90 plus degrees and 90 plus humidity. How did Thompson do this year?
It did not do any of that stuff for us this
No.
year.
Really? I heard
It was
rained.
like perfect weather. We got a crazy rain squall Friday at about 4:48, 4:50, right at the end of the day as testing was getting finished with, and it definitely flooded a lot of areas. Our tent was underwater.
Whoops.
Like 4 inches of water.
Was it?
It was crazy.
So go ahead.
But that was it. Other than that, the weather was absolutely perfect. It wasn't too hot. Like, it was just perfect.
That didn't stop
Wow.
you from going to the ice cream stand, right?
That did not stop us from going to the ice cream stand. We went
Wow.
only one time, though, Bill, because you weren't there.
Oh my God, you guys are just doing it wrong. That was the one thing about racing a truck. We could just load everybody in the back and just drive over to the ice cream stand.
Remember that
That's fun.
that Saturday when I had finished the day and I drove off and everybody jumped in, just drove over in full race gear
We
and
all
everything,
just
just
went,
drove over
Yep.
to the ice cream place.
Yep.
And
I
the
do
people at the
remember
ice cream
that.
stand are
Hilarious.
looking at us like, "What is that?" And we're
I know.
like,
I'm climbing out of the truck trying to take my race gear off.
Oh God.
It was
I
hot.
do
was
remember
awesome.
that. That was really good ice cream too.
Yeah, it always is.
So, Jeremy, who attended the festivities with you, and which car were you in?
So we were in the handprint BMW.
Uh-huh.
So it was supposed to be Nick, the infamous Nick Villamere.
Who?
Yes. And then a friend of mine, who had never raced a Lemons race before or really done much wheel to wheel. He did a champ car a long time ago, like 2018.
Oh wow.
So had never done Lemons. And then his name is Nick Green. I met him instructing through Extreme Experience a few years ago. And then the third driver, well, what was supposed to be the fourth driver, but the third driver was John Martin from the Slow and Mellow,
Oh okay.
the 95 Toy Story car.
Mm-hmm.
It is no longer the 95 Toy Story car for Lemons anymore. So he came and raced with us, and I think that he's going to probably race
Toy Story car, or it's no longer a Lemons car, or both.
Both. I think he's coming to race New Hampshire with us, and I think he's going to race Lemons with us, in the near future.
So you're a two Nick team now?
Well, no, not really. I mean, maybe, who knows?
Who?
Yes. Yeah, so I gave Ethan, which is John's teammate, I gave him a little bit of crap. He wanted to go real racing.
Oh, real
And
racing.
so he's racing the Northeast GT series, which is 2 3-hour endurance races over the course of a weekend.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's it's as of right now, it's still up and going. Hopefully they'll get some more drivers. I may go do a race or two with them. But yeah, it's their field is very small. It's more like a track day at this point. 10 to 20 cars maximum is what have showed up. So
when last we spoke, you had just finished New Jersey, same car, right? Oh, so long ago.
no, New Jersey. I was there we were there together
Oh, we did the Honda. That's right.
in the Civic.
I was trying to remember when the last time the BMW was out. Was it last year?
Last time the BMW was out was New Hampshire Motor Speedway last
New
year.
Hampshire. Okay.
Yep.
So
Yep, I
obviously,
didn't have
with your
time.
schedule, you did tons of work over the winter and just slaved over it and meticulously tore everything apart down to nut and bolt, and did full refresh, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Except, we got back from New Hampshire and I swapped coolant into it, and I put it back in the trailer, and it went to the location where it is stored, and it stayed there until when did I go pick it up? Sometime in the middle of June. I went and picked it up because I was home for like 2 days. Went and picked it up and brought it home. And then in the end of June, I got it out of the trailer and put it in the garage, and then worked on it I worked on it a little bit, like probably maybe 6 hours. But then the week before the race, I worked on it the entire time
So what did it
Whoa.
and
need?
got it ready.
What does it need? Because it seems like it's fairly bulletproof.
It is fairly bulletproof. We swapped out. I put the limited slip differential back into it that was in my other race car.
Mm-hmm.
So I swapped the limited slip differential. Found that there was some other things in the back that just needed to be tightened up, and that we're going to have to replace bushings later on that we already replaced at the beginning of last year. So they had 3 races on them.
That seems weird.
It needed all the normal things, fluids, spark plugs.
So
I
maintenance stuff.
Really maintenance stuff. I found that the radiator had moved. It had come out of its holding bushings at the base of the radiator. They go into these little bushings, and that had moved, and it actually the fan shroud had actually rubbed on one of the pulleys. So I had to get all that straightened out and squared away. I installed the cool suit, and just a bunch of other little dumb things that seemed to take forever for some reason. I don't know why.
The big stuff
'Cause
takes
race car?
no time, but the little stuff takes forever.
Right. Swap the diff out. That's 4 or 5 hours on my back, but yet, running wire for something. Oh, I found some broken wires in the back. I can't tell if it was mice or if it was just we load the race car up at the end of the day with all kinds of stuff. And I don't know if it was mice or if it was something that had rubbed. So I had to fix, I think it was 4 or 5 wires in the back.
I've heard rubbin's racing. I mean,
Well, that's what they say. That's what they say.
I've heard.
Yeah. Except you should be good enough that you don't have to rub.
Yeah, that's true. That is the goal.
That is
because you know what the worst part about fixing a race car is? Body work.
Yeah, which we'll get to that in a little while.
Okay, great.
Really?
Foreshadowing in the podcast realm.
Oh, yeah.
Vicki might actually listen now. Who knew?
Yep, we'll get to that in a little while.
So you've been to Thompson a bajillion times. You
Yes.
have Friday practice and then Friday downpour.
Friday practice, Friday downpour. So we got there on Friday morning. Actually, we didn't get there Thursday. We got there Friday morning. Uncle Dave from Through Better Mafia had got my garage spot, and I was right next to headquarters.
Oh,
Nice.
And the reason for that is because, well, we don't have enough to do. We may as well host the potluck.
I know, I saw that.
Yay! How
So
was it?
it was great. We had a
We're
good, we had a
still on
good time.
Friday.
What's that?
We're
Go
still
ahead.
on Friday.
Go ahead. Sorry.
She's
Still on Friday.
skipping a Saturday night.
So we hosted the potluck. So Uncle Dave gave us the first garage bay next to headquarters, just in case, for all the different things. So we got set up Friday morning. We had a brand new set of tires on, and I went out and Friday practice, I scrubbed those tires in, came back in, we swapped some tires out, put the practice tires on, and let the other two drivers go out and drive the car and see, get familiar with it, get used to it, and see what they thought of the car. So practice went great. We took a break in the middle of the day, had lunch, chatted with people, walked around to see what was going on, because it was a very low car count field.
It was
for
like
Lemons.
80 something, right?
84 cars, which I know that sounds like a lot, especially for other series.
Not a lot.
But for Lemons, that's not really a lot. The other lowest number I've ever seen there was like 97. It's usually around
Wow.
110 cars is usually about what we get for
usually
Thompson.
it caps at 120.
Yeah, we usually
Did it-
get around 110.
Did it feel light?
It sounded light, but I think the quality of cars is getting that much better that it didn't really feel that light, because people are faster in the cars that they currently have.
And
You know what I mean?
They keep running.
Right. And they keep running, and people are finally, after 10 years of running the same car, they're finally figured out how to make it reliable. Sorry. I got the hiccups all of a sudden.
It's okay. We'll vamp for you.
Um,
Well, except for Tom Lamino.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, that's another story. We'll get to that later too.
It's tradition. We have to pick on you, Tom. Sorry.
I know, Tom.
He's overdue. He's overdue for a return trip. Tom. Just
He is.
Let us know.
He is. Yeah. So practice day went well, other than that crazy rainstorm that happened. And I was out on track, and I'd just gotten out there. I'd done 2 laps to warm the tires up, see what was going on with the car. And then I was gonna, try to put in some hot laps just to see, because there wasn't a lot of cars on track. And then all of a sudden I go in under the bridge, come out onto the oval, and it was like wet. Like it had been raining in turn 1 a lot, right? But then it finally went into the oval, and there was still plenty of grip in turn 1 and turn 2 area. And then it finally had come through, and the oval had gotten really wet. So I come into the oval out of turn 6, and that's where everybody crashes. And it got real wet, and the car just kind of slid all the way down track. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, it's time to go in. Even though there's more time, it's time to go in.
You're on mute, Vic.
Can't hear you, Vicki.
So, yeah, we know those nightmares on test days.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that.
And,
No, just in general, just test
Yes.
day.
and you know that
Test days.
turn.
Uh-huh.
I know the turns.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yep.
fine. It's fine.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we came in, and car was great. We put it up on jack stands, checked over the whole car again, make sure everything was good, checked fluids, did all the things for Saturday morning, put the new tires back on the car. And
Did you do a track walk or no?
we did not, because we then looked at each other and said, wow, it's still raining. We should probably go look at the tent. So we go running over, because I had put it where I normally do, right at the where you're coming into turn 5, where the yellow light is, just on the other side of the tent, just on the other side of the fences, right there, to the left of the gas pumps, and it kind of divots down a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, we had to walk in 4 inches of water to go get the tent and pull it out of the water. Luckily, not much water got inside of it, because the way the bottom is, the edges come up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So it
got a
was
high
like,
zip.
it was just, it was close. And so we got the tent away and set it up, higher ground where it was dry. So that was quite interesting, because everything was in there.
Right.
Whoops.
Right.
Mhm.
So did you just put it? Was it just in a low spot?
It was in the low spot in the
low
grass.
spot.
Yeah.
That's a low.
It was in
spot.
that low spot. So we just moved it, and everything was good. we went back and chatted with everybody, hung out with everybody, talked to all the different teams, walked up and down the garages, spent some time with Max and Audra.
Who?
Just kind of went, yes. Kind of just went up and down and just said hi to everybody that we knew, which was most of the people in the garages. Some people didn't have the best of luck on Friday. They were working on their cars pretty late Friday night. And so we ended up going back, I don't know, probably 10 o'clock or so. John went home because he's like less than an hour from the track. So he went home. Nick and I went to bed Friday night and in the tent. And all of a sudden, all the generators fire up. What a miserable night of sleep. It was horrific. Like, I want to say I probably realistically maybe totaled about 3 hours of sleep Friday night.
It's when you go sleep in the car.
Because you want an air conditioner? Or
no, the generators, all the noise from all the generators. There was like 3 of them running right around the tent.
That.
Yeah. And I didn't think about it either because usually there's not a lot of people in that area. But this year there were like 4 campers right there all of a sudden. So let's put it this way. Saturday night, we moved the tent all the way up to the oval. We went up and there was a whole group of people lining the oval up in that whole flat area. Yeah, the tent colony. So we moved the tent up there for Saturday night.
Did you get a much better night's sleep up there?
Oh, Saturday night was so much better sleep.
Because Jennifer and I were bringing a tent. We were just gonna be glamping. And
why don't we go over that aspect of the weekend, shall we?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
We're not ready to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that.
All right, we won't talk about that yet.
We're fine.
We'll wait.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So we wake up Saturday morning, put the car on the ground, and everything seemed great, and we went out and we started the race.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So Saturday, Thompson traditionally is one of the longest days because Sundays tends to be short. So what was Saturday's schedule and how did it go?
Saturday was 9 hours of racing. Sunday was
a lot.
Sunday was 5. So Saturday was 9. So it was pretty interesting. So everybody gets out on track and there's a lot of people on track. And, I 99% sure all 84 cars took green flag. So it's hilarious to me. I love it. So the cars are all circulating and we're coming down the straightaway. It's like 9:01 and we're looking for the green flag, right? There's a whole group of cars, right? And I would say probably 40 to 50 cars in this whole group of cars. And John started the day and he was right about in the middle of that whole group. So we're looking at it. It's 9:01. They haven't dropped the green flag yet. We're wondering where they're going to drop it. So John drives by, start finish. 4 cars later, they drop green flag at 9:02.
Oh, okay.
So he comes across the line. The first lap, he comes across the line, and we're in 76th.
You got nowhere to go but up.
I was just laughing because it is what it is, right? It's just hilarious. I was just laughing my butt off.
And what position did you guys start out?
70.
That's what we're 76.
No. I meant when you entered the track. Did you guys go out
I have
early,
no idea.
Mid, late?
I don't know how many. Yeah, it was we're probably the maybe 40 to 50th car on track.
Yeah.
We weren't trying to get out there super fast.
Yeah.
It was what it was, right? Because the start of a race is always what it was. It was just comical to me that 4 cars later they dropped the green flag. It was hilarious.
Which car did they drop it for? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I wasn't standing close enough to see which one they dropped it for. It was
usually
one of
they try and pick a car that like needs all the help it can get.
Well, and that's what it was. It was one of those like old it might have even been that weird taco car, the Ford Fiesta or something from like 1970 or something. It's this really, really old car.
Yeah.
That thing lost its tires twice, left front tire twice over the weekend, and the second time it hit the wall. But yeah, it was one of those type of cars.
So now it truly is a taco car.
Yes. Yep. But yeah, it was just interesting. So John takes green flag, and we're walking around looking, 45 minutes into the race. We're kind of wondering, like, what is going on with people on track? So I started thinking about it, and the morning meeting, the rookies that stayed behind was probably the largest field of rookies I've ever seen.
No way.
It was huge. It was
That's
massive.
a crazy track for that too.
It was massive. So the big problem with and I want to say it was all the rookies. I don't know because I wasn't seeing who was driving cars. But the big problem that we had at Thompson for some reason was that whenever a car would spin or go off track, right, they would stop. Like legitimately stop. They wouldn't drive by the car that went off track. They would stop on track.
Oh no.
Oh
So,
no.
Like
Did they have to pull people in?
super dangerous. Like I didn't see anybody get pulled in for it, but I'm watching and I'm looking and I'm like, why is everybody stopping in turn 4 and going towards turn 5? There's a car that went into the inside, right? You know how you can pull off over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why are they stopping? Who is driving that car? Why are they stopping on track? It's a yellow flag. So it happened quite frequently, shall we say. So
did the judges do anything about it?
I don't know. I don't know that
could have
they
done a black flag all. That's all you could do.
I don't know if they had heard or like they were dealing with things, all the cars that were going off. So we're like maybe an hour into the race. Let me see
Well,
if I can
the
see
good
here.
thing is you can't get pulled in for passing under yellow if your car is parked.
Well, one would think,
No,
right?
you can. I think.
You can't
I
pass
think
under
you
yellow if
can.
you're sitting still.
No.
Right. If you're sitting still, no, you're right. You cannot get pulled in for passing under yellow.
It's
So
dumb and dangerous, but you can't get a black flag for passing under yellow.
There's got to be something for that.
all right, here we go. So John's doing great. Like he's doing phenomenal. He's out there just driving the car the way it needs to be driven, staying out of trouble. So we are lap number 70. We're in 7th place now. Right. So John's driven up to lap number 70. We're in 7th place.
In
So
one stint.
one stint. So close to an hour or close to an hour and a half of a 2 hour and 15-minute stint. He's got the car up to 7th, right? He's running 7th and strong.
That's
Well,
pretty impressive.
Yeah. Yep. So going into turn 1, and I looked back at the footage, going into turn 1, a car had spun and gone almost into the pond that's on the right-hand side. So think about how far away they were from the track. They were like 40 feet from 40 to 50 feet from the track in between turn 1 and turn 2, like all the way on the inside, right? I don't know how the heck they did it.
That's so far inside. I didn't even know there was a pond there.
One car actually ended up in the pond over the weekend, from what I was told. I never saw it, but I was told a car ended up in the pond.
That's like that one year when we were at New Hampshire and somebody says, "Oh, there's a car off after turn 3 up near the rock," and everybody's like, "What rock?" Because nobody had ever been that far off track.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Nobody had ever been that. Yeah. So a car is in between turn 1 and 2, and he's 40 to 50 feet off the inside on the grass. And I'm assuming it's one of the rookies. I saw Alan walking around, so I was going to blame him for it. Just to give him
we
crap,
still can.
but
He's not here to defend
I'm
himself.
assuming it was one of the rookies. They literally stopped in turn 1. So think about how dangerous that is, right?
Listen, somebody did come by and somebody did talk to them at some point, obviously, because nobody's really going to let that slide. They're going to be like,
I hope so. So, I haven't messaged Eric Rude yet or Kim, but I haven't emailed them about it because they need to talk about that in their upcoming rookie meetings because I've never seen it like this. So there's like maybe 11 or 12 cars that have to stop in turn 1. Mm-hmm. So John comes into turn 1 and he has to stop on the straightaway. He's on the far left side and he is stopped. There's a car in front of him, 2 cars beside him, multiple cars in front. And all of a sudden, bam, from behind. And
I mean, if somebody stops, right? I'm just thinking about this because this is such a weird thing. If somebody stops, and technically you're not allowed to pass under yellow, What do you do?
Oh, I can tell you right now, if I was in that car and everybody stopped in turn one, I would have driven through the grass to get around everybody because I'm not sitting still at the end of a straightaway.
Yeah, it's not a
That's what
not
I
a
can tell
good
you.
parking spot.
I'll deal with that later and then make them black flag all everybody because that is insane, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, he gets hit from behind. He gets hit from the number 242 yellow Volvo.
I thought Volvos were safe.
That's the car that Rich drives all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's their new driver. And
Rich?
apparently he decided, because I went over and chatted with them, apparently he decided that coming into the brake zone was a great time to look at the gauges.
Oh.
And he looked up and realized everybody was stopped.
Oh.
So he maneuvered the car. He hit the brakes and tried to maneuver the car to avoid everybody, which he did a fairly good job at. But the car went sideways and he hit the back corner, the driver's corner of my car, and ricocheted off it and hit the wall, the inside wall.
Ugh.
So it wasn't a straight head-on impact. He was trying to avoid, because by the time he realized what was going on, like he, was crazy evasive maneuver to try to avoid this. And he goes into the wall.
And they were just stopped.
Stopped. Legitimately stopped. You can see it in my film. You can see it on YouTube. It's absolutely insane. Like, stopped on track. And they were doing it so much over the weekend. It was absolutely crazy. Yeah. Yep. So John comes in for a black flag. He says, "Hey, I'm coming in. I just got hit." I'm like, "What?" So we see it on the TV. As soon as he told us, because there's always a delay for the recording.
Yeah,
we look up and all of a sudden we see the car get hit. And so he comes in and they put him through, and his seat, he had slid his seat backwards when he came into pits. And kind of loosened the belt a little bit, but not a whole lot, but he slid his seat backwards. So he comes into the black flag and they're like, "What are you here for?" He was like, "I just got rear-ended at the end of the straightaway. Everybody was stopped and I got rear-ended and blah, blah, blah." So they went and looked at it and the exhaust was flopping around. So what happened is it hit that back corner. It did some damage. I got to fix the damage. It hit that back corner and it broke one of the, it ripped one of the bolts out of the hanger.
Yeah.
So we just secured it back up and Manny realized, or no, Chris or Manny, one of the two, realized that his belts were loose and they were like, "You need to go to your pit stall and fix your belts." And then they come over and start, Chris, it was Chris, because he starts yelling at me. And I was like, "What do you mean they were tight when he went out?" And so his seat, like I said, he had slid his seat backwards. So we put his seat back where he needed to be. And then his belts are tight, right? So we loosened everything and then, tightened it all back up and everything was fine. So we were off track for a total of about 11 and a half minutes.
That's a long black flag.
So that dropped us. What's that?
That's a long black flag at Thompson.
Well, it's because of all the stuff that had happened, right? And then we had to come into the pits and we had to check the car. And
plus your lap before, since you were parked, was slow. So that's a lot of time.
Right. So we were off for that, and it drops us down to like 20th, something like that. Yeah, 20th.
Because that's like 6 or 7 laps.
Yeah. Yeah, at a minute and a half to a minute and 33-ish, right? Let's say it's a minute 33 is average, right? So so it dropped us way down. Way down. We dropped us down to 20th. And then we just kept crawling our way back up. So then Nick gets in the car after that 2-hour mark. Nick Green.
Oh, who?
And he gets in the car. Nick. Wrong Nick. Other one. I'm trying to look at the information here because it says we had 2 pit stops. What?
Well, you had to have 2 pit stops. It's 9 hours.
No, I mean 2 pit stops within like a very short period of time on the.
Maybe a red flag.
Oh no, this is his black flag. Never mind.
Yeah.
So he gets in the car and he's driving, and he's doing pretty good. And then we look at we we're out there, and he's like, "Hey, I got to come in. I got to come in and serve my black flag." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I went two off."
What?
I'm like, "Oh, you went two
What?
off, really?" Yeah.
You just started.
Like, come on. So he was out there. I don't know how long he was out there. He was probably out there for 40 minutes or so before it happened. And
Rookie.
he's got to come in. And so he comes in, serves a black flag, and then he goes back out. And later on, I'm looking at the video, and he went off and turned one. So I've really got to inspect the car because he came right back up over the curbs
Outside
know
or
how-
inside?
outside.
Oof.
And you know how high that is.
Yeah, and it's not flat.
It's not flat at all. No, you should see the in car. It's like the car bouncing, right? So I don't know, maybe I don't know what the time frame was, but Jonah comes in and he gets out of the car. Tom goes in the car, and Jonah comes over to me and he's telling me what happened. And he goes, "Man," he goes, "Whoever's in Uncle Dave's car did you guys dirty." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" So we figure out it was Jeff was in the car, and Jeff says, "Hey," and gives him like a point by. He says, "Hey, go on that side of me," right? Because obviously it's not a point by, right?
Right.
So he says, "Go on that side of me," but then he raced him all the way into turn one. He late breaks. Jeff late breaks into turn one. So Nick late breaks into turn one to try to get by him, right? And just there was not enough braking, and then
Oh,
he just
no.
drove straight off turn one, and then kind of pulled the car back up in. But Jonah was laughing about it. He's like, "Dude, it was the funniest thing. Like, I see this point by to say, hey, go on that side,' and then all of a sudden, the Cheaty's car just kind of just stays right beside him, just keeps going all the way down."
Oh gosh. No. I'm
Yeah, it
actually
was hilarious.
I have your videos going now.
Cool.
But
Yeah, it was so funny. So Nick does his time, and then we're trying to stretch it. So we only have to do 3 stops on Saturday.
Yeah.
So Nick's in the car. Yeah.
Well, you keep getting
So
all
Nick's
these
in the
black
car.
flags. You save a lot of gas.
Well, and that's the thing, right? So there were a few yellows, but not enough. So I had said to him, I said, "Hey, that pace right there is working good. Stay at that pace, blah, blah, blah." So I get in the car, and I don't know. I'm trying to look at the information, but I don't know where I got in the car. But anyway, I get in the car, and we're still doing really good. We're at this point, we're like 12th or 13th, and just keep turning laps. That's it. Just keep turning laps, turning laps, turning laps.
Mhm.
So we start moving up, do another pit stop. We put John in the car to finish the day. So he's going out, and I think, yeah, John's stint was at the end of the day. Jonah and Tom were doing really good. Tom was like second or third overall, Tom's car, right? Jonah and Tom.
Okay.
And then Jonah comes in with the car. They broke an axle.
Ah.
So they were having a really good day on Saturday. Really, really good. Broke an axle. So that ended their weekend because they didn't have any spares because it's a very custom axle for that car. So John ends up. Oh, I found it right here. So I've got us up to 7th. I've got us in 7th. We put John in the car. Just before I came in for the pit stop, I had taken 5th place. Put John in the car. He goes back out in 8th and slowly crawls his way back up in about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 laps. He gets us to 5th.
Wow.
And holds 5th for the rest of the day on Saturday.
So top 10 for Sunday.
So we finished 5th place on Saturday, and we are on the same lap as 4th place.
Nice. How far was first?
First was 11 laps up, I think.
That sounds like the number of black flags.
First was 11 laps up. It was the Whiners, and they were on the same lap as the second place car, which is the car that ended up winning overall. But the gadget inspectors my buddy Shane, the Inspector Gadget car.
Mm-hmm.
So they were in fourth on the same lap as us
Nice.
to finish today.
So let's do a public service announcement. So Jeremy, you're 11 laps down. How many laps did you lose to black flags that day?
All of 11.
At
All of 11.
least, maybe more.
More than 11. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
With the
if you do the math,
with the close to 19 minutes, we were off track due to the two black flags. Do the math. If everything else worked out the way it was. Yep.
So, as a public service announcement to all the listeners, don't get black flags. You do better.
Don't get black flags.
You do better.
Nope. Don't get black flags.
If
but the
you
other
can
thing too
save a second by making a risky pass, is it worth the 10-minute black flag? No, it is not.
It is not.
No. The next corner. You got 3 more
If you're
corners.
going to pass him, you're going to pass him anyway.
Wait another lap. Wait
Exactly.
another 4 corners.
It's
not worth
there's
it.
always a good corner to pass people. It's fine.
It's an endurance race.
Yes. You know what? I can't think. Let's just think. How many laps did the first place team do on Saturday?
322.
Not on Saturday. Saturday?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, 322.
So how many
so we were at
laps did they
311.
finish to win the race?
So we were 311, they were 322.
Okay. So, but on Sunday, how many laps to finish the race?
Hold on.
It's like
491.
5. Okay. So even if you manage to shave off this second and add 3 laps to your Saturday date, you would not be in the top 10 because Sunday is another 100-something laps.
Uh-huh.
People learn the black flag lesson.
Yeah. But I mean, it is what it is, right? It happens. I mean, John got hit, right?
Oh,
that was nothing he could avoid. And then Nick thought he had a point by, but it had been a long time since he did any wheel-to-wheel racing. So he's like, oh, I've got this. He's going to let me go here. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, I don't have this.
No.
Yeah, it was quite comical.
The difference between a point by and a surrender, right?
Yes. Yep. So no, Saturday was it was a great day. Everybody had fun doing stints, and everything worked out great. And we finished the day, came off track,
and then the work started.
So
how was your Chrissy impersonation? How did it go?
Not well. No, I can't do her. It's too hard.
So
I tried.
So I've heard rumors, and we'd like to offer you our services for the next time that you choose to do this. We have these things called utensils.
You guys didn't have utensils?
Well, a lot of apparently people don't bring their own serving utensils, and I had had a very limited number of utensils. I bought forks, knives, spoons, all of the different things. And I get all these dishes and people are bringing all these dishes up. And I'm like, do you not have a spoon? Like, did you not bring a serving utensil with your dish? Like, here I am assuming, right, that people, because I brought serving utensils for mine, the ones that I was supplying. But in the future, now that I know that people don't bring them, we're going to have a boatload of extras.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. So, but luckily Bobbin and Greg and all those guys had some extras that it was more than enough. We only ended up needing like maybe 4 or 5.
That's one thing that Bruce's Magic Trailer probably doesn't have.
Right. Yep. But Greg had some in his RV.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
So yeah. So we get set up for potluck, and people are bringing stuff over, and I'm looking at it going, man, this is really light. Like, and then I think about it, well, it's only 84 teams and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, there's not going to be enough food here to feed everybody. Like, what is going on? So a bunch of teams had decided, I believe, that, hey, if I bring alcohol to the potluck, that counts as food.
Well, I mean,
so that we had an overabundance of beverages, which when I do the New Hampshire potluck, I'm going to make sure that teams are under the understanding of beverages are not a contribution to potluck. They're a great addition to potluck, but they're not a contribution.
More than
Um,
welcome.
Right. More than
Yes.
welcome. But if you bring beer, well, you didn't bring food for other people, so there's not enough food for you. Right. But anyway, it worked out just fine. We had, plenty of desserts, plenty of food. Everybody got to eat. There was a whole group of people that, which we all know that not everybody participates in the potluck because they're working on their car or they're doing this or they're doing that. And then
Right.
they just kind of straggle in at the very end. But luckily, they're honest enough that they wait until they know that everybody's gotten food, and then they kind of mingle in and pick at the leftovers, right, or the stuff that's left. But it actually worked out really well. There was a team there that a couple of the guys were musicians, so we ended up having a band.
Nice.
So we had a live band for potluck.
So there was this one time at band camp. Oh, sorry.
That's exactly what it was. And they're actually going to join us at New Hampshire, and they're going to play for Saturday night for the potluck as well.
Nice.
So they started right after everybody kind of had gotten their food. Then they started, playing. So we had a band Saturday night. So it was really good. It was good. And I'm not going to say easy, but it, after helping Chrissy all those years doing it, right, we're always, always lending a hand and doing it. It made it a lot easier to understand what was actually going on, right?
Yeah.
So it was good. It was good. Now I know for the New Hampshire one what I need to change, what I need to make sure that I bring extras of. But yeah, I had an overabundance of plates and silverware and napkins and all the things which I wanted to make sure that we had plenty of anyway, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh, we had a question come in on Instagram. They wanted to know if Jeff gave a point buy in the line for the potluck.
for the potluck, no, he did not. No, he did not give a point buy for a line in the potluck.
Okay,
No.
I was just checking. All right, people want to know.
There was a lot of lemon staff there too this weekend, which
Yeah.
Really, they usually disappear.
Yeah,
Or maybe
no.
seemed like more.
Well, for the potluck itself, I think everybody stayed.
I think
Every
we're
single
used
lemon
to
staff. So
Thompson, it's so hot they want to leave, and maybe
Yeah.
it wasn't so hot, so they stayed.
it was not. No, and then they had a fire up in the hill.
Yeah.
Later on.
Nice.
Did
So
Yuri
everybody
catch
went up
on
the
fire?
hill. Not that I know of.
Okay, all right.
No, not that I know of. But yeah, no, it was great. So the lemon staff, they got all their food first, and then the couple guys on our team and Three Pedal Mafia, they grabbed their food, and then everybody kind of came in and we organized it. And as people were finishing off dishes, I kept cleaning the table to kind of reorganize it, and the guys helped me, and Bobbin was over helping, and so it actually ended up working very, very well.
Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah, except for the caveman utensils you guys had to use.
Except, yep. Yeah,
That's okay. Lessons
but we have
learned.
them. But we have them, and I'm going to order more, and we're going to have an overabundance of serving spoons and forks for the next one.
Mhm.
Were they evil utensils? Oh, sorry, wrong race.
A couple of them were very evil. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very well.
Yep.
So Sunday, top 10
So-
privileges. You get to start early. However, we have track quiet hours. So you have to kind of push your car to the top 10. Is that still the festival?
So that is the truth. So Saturday night we went to bed. We got up Sunday morning, and I got up and I taken a shower like I always do at 5:00 in the morning. And we're over in the garage making coffee and doing all the things. And
In one of the
we
two
just-
co-ed showers. Yeah.
right. And we finish up, just double checking over the car, get the car on the ground, and we fuel it and all the things. And like some of the guys at like 11 o'clock were towing their race cars up, right? To grid, right? And I'm like, what is going on? So all of a sudden, like at 11:20, I hear cars driving.
No.
So I was going to drive my car over, but luckily the staging area for the top 10 was right near our garage stall. So we just kind of pushed it over. But and they were like, no race car engines before. And I'm like, my truck is louder than my race car. This race car is super quiet, right?
Yeah, they just don't want
But
to
then
have that.
but then I
But
see
if
all
you
these.
do it, then somebody else going to do it, and
Well,
their car is going to be
but
noisy.
that was the crazy part, was everybody was driving over to grid
Oh
at
no,
like 11:30, 11:40. Everybody was driving over to grid.
So many rookies.
that's not
Nobody,
allowed.
I mean, they weren't revving their engines, but none of the Lemons crew told them to turn it off. Like, everybody had gotten on track. So I had started the day on Saturday, and everybody had gotten on track. They had us starting the car at like 8 minutes of,
Yeah.
and drove us out on track. It was weird. I don't know if they got extra, like, special permission this year, but like in years past, it was always don't start it until noon. And at
Yeah.
noon, you guys are driving. Like, you
Yeah.
know, you're driving onto track. Like,
Yeah.
So it
Like
was
the
quite
top 10
interesting
get
this
to
year.
go in order, and then everybody else just whatever.
And then everybody else is whatever. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah, usually Thompson's really ridiculous about that. I mean, I'm sure it's due to neighbors, but still.
Yeah.
it is neighbors, the golf course, but Connecticut is that's how Connecticut is, that you can't do anything before noon. That's why
Yeah.
Lime Rock Park doesn't even run on Sundays, because it's
Not allowed.
it's not worth it. But yeah, so I went in, started the day, and we were going to try to just do a one stop on Sunday.
Oh.
So we're going to try to stretch the car a little bit. So there was a lot of yellows Sunday in my stint, and I ended up going like 2 hours and like 28 minutes or 25 minutes, 225, right?
So that's almost it.
So it's very close. And it was like, well, we have a full course caution, fuel lights on. I'm going to come in.
Yeah.
I probably could have stretched it for probably another 3 laps, which would have got us over that 2.5 hour mark. So
Right.
Nick gets in the car, and it's like, hey, go out. His comms weren't working. So John had said, hey, listen, you're only going to get 2 hours. Come in at 4:30, and then I'll get in the car, and I'll just finish out the last half an hour, because John had done 2 stints on Saturday.
Yeah.
So he wasn't going to drive on Sunday. So an hour into Nick's stint, his comms finally start working. I don't know if it was his helmet or like what, like, I don't know. Finally, he could hear us. So we were like, listen, fuel conserve. We're running around. John and I are running around because he's got no comms. We're like holding a sign up, fuel conserve, finish the day, right? And so we finally get his attention. And then 10 minutes later, his comms start working. So he nurses the car for a little while. And we're in fourth. We're like, okay, well, this is good. While I was in the car, okay. Let me back up a little bit before Nick. So I'm in the car, and we're like,
So
we
on
take
Saturday.
Yes, on Sunday. On Sunday, we take fourth. Sorry, I kind of got ahead of myself. So we take fourth from my friend Shane in the Gadget Inspector's car, the BMW, and because we were on the same lap, and we started right behind him. So we take fourth from him, and we're like, well, the cars in front of us are, the 99, the Steve's car, the FRS,
Yep.
right? The Silver S FRS. And then you've got the Bavarian Cream with the number 18 car, which is the Listerine car that
Yep.
Ryan Suska has been driving.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got the 444, the Whiners, right?
Yep.
So those are the 3 cars that are in front of me, and Gadget Inspectors are right behind me.
And they're faster than you, probably.
All 3 of those cars are faster.
Right.
They all are, well, shall we say, real race cars, which
yeah.
I mean, by
Right.
that, I mean, they are fully gutted race cars. My car has full interior. We have heat, we have AC, we have radio, we have power windows, power mirrors,
CD player.
Everything from the factory works, right? We have the subwoofer in the back, like all the speakers are in the car, like everything legitimately works. I ran the AC the whole weekend. So they are faster because they're 5 to 800 pounds lighter than we are. And those cars are all very well driven. Let's face it, they're all very well driven cars. And so
this isn't your fast car. This is your Lemon's car.
This is my Lemon's car. So we're thinking, okay, well, all we have to do is stay clean for the rest of the day, and we're gonna pull a 4th place. And honestly, going into the weekend, we never try for this. We see how Saturday goes, and then plan for Sunday, right? So we don't overstress trying to win the race or trying to do this or trying to do that, because that kind of takes the joy out of lemons, right? So I'm out on track and I'm like, I don't see the 444 car. Where are they? So I come on the radio and I'm like, hey, has anybody seen the, because I passed it like twice.
Right.
And I'm coming up on to the, I thought they were doing the thing that they normally do. They run out a huge lead on day one, and then day two, they kind of fuel conserve. So their lap times are a lot slower.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I should have passed it again already. Like, what's going on? So I come in and they're like, oh yeah, they came in a while ago. They've been off track. And I'm like, really? Where are they in position? They're like, oh, they're down to like 7th or 8th right now. And I was like, oh crap. So wait, we're in 3rd? So thinking, holy crap, how is this right? So then I see my friends that in Pete's Pete Cheat. Well, it's not Pete Cheat anymore. It's the the Karens of lemons or whatever they are. and I see him spun in the middle of the track out of turn 4. And I'm like, oh crap, what happened to Pete's car? Oh, well, the 99 hit them. So I'm like, oh, seriously? Like, come on. So the 99 goes off track. So now, Vicki, you're on mute again.
Yeah, is that a minivan?
No, the 99 is the FRS. So
No, the
Pete's
FRS.
car,
Liam's old
the
car.
99 is Steve's car, and Pete's car is that the white Ford Focus wagon. Right? It used to be like the Hunt for Red October car, and then he's done, he did remember he did Pete Cheat as a funny thing towards Chris Fix at New Jersey. But yeah, so they came in contact, and apparently Pete's car got some broken
Was it a tie rod?
yeah, or knuckle or something in the rear. And then the same thing happened to Steve's car. I see Steve's car come back out, but then they disappear again. And he did the same thing. He bent a rear tie rod or trailing arm or something in the rear, and they didn't have a new one. So now we're in 2nd place. Going, this is crazy. So that's when Nick gets in the car and it's like, hey, just go out and have fun, enjoy it. It is what it is. Whatever happens, happens, right? And so we start putting some laps. I started putting some laps on the gadget inspectors, and then Nick put a couple more laps on them, and it was just like everything fell into place. And then the 14, the Bavarian cream car, ended up hitting another car, apparently having contact. I don't know if they hit the other car hit them, but they had contact, so they had to come in for a black flag. And at that point, they were like 12 laps up from us. And so now they're in, and Nick's out in the car, and they pull into black flag area after they had gone to their pits because they needed to check what was going on, make sure the car was okay. And they go back out, and they're 6 laps up from us with an hour to go. So we ended up finishing the day. Nick finished the day 2nd place, 6 laps down from the leader. And then we were what were we? 5, 6, 7. We were 8 laps up from 3rd place.
And if you didn't get any black flags on Saturday,
if we had no black flags on Saturday and everything else played out exactly the same way that it did, yeah, it would have been an overall if everything else played out. But you can't.
Overall.
I mean, you don't. I mean, you can't assume that all the other things would have played out exactly the same if we didn't have any black
yes,
flags.
I can. It's my podcast.
Well,
I get to do
well,
what
we
I want.
can. I mean, you can always assume, right?
It's fiction racing. We can do this.
Right. Yeah. I mean that's what the data shows. Like if everything else played out the same way it did, and we had no black flags, then we would have. I think we would have been like maybe 8 laps up from them.
Yeah,
is what the data showed.
Well, the thing that's unfair is other teams had stuff too.
Right. Everybody had stuff. Everybody. Yeah. Right.
I mean,
so
the odds on having a perfectly clean, no issue lemons weekend is pretty low.
It is. It's very low. Yeah. But then that's everybody had something. So the 444 came off. They were having overheating issues.
At Thompson?
And
shocking.
Right. And the other 2 cars that were in front of us had contact with other cars. I can't, lay blame on anybody because I don't know what transpired, but yeah, they had contact, which ultimately, because we were in the position that we were in, and because it's an endurance race, right? Like, you have to be there at the end. That's the big thing with an endurance race. You have to be there at the end.
Just 2 laps.
We were just doing what we needed to do, and that's how we finished, second overall.
Nice.
Or first loser, whatever you want to call it, bridesmaid, whatever,
It's all right.
Right.
There was 70 plus cars, 80 plus cars that didn't do it. So
Right. 82 cars behind us,
yeah, exactly.
And 1 car in front. So
That's all right. I'll take
But
that.
I mean, it just goes to show that, a car that is a street legal car, it's turned into a race car that has all the lights that work. Like, like I said, I ran AC all weekend long because the AC works.
So why do you need a cool suit if you got AC?
Right. Ran AC the entire weekend. And
So
yeah.
What's the damages? What do you got to do now? What's in need of repair?
I haven't had a chance to look at it, but it definitely is. It's going to need all the consumables. It's going to need brakes. I gotta check the wheel bearings, make sure all those are good, because that's the 4th race on those wheel bearings. Just want to make sure everything is good. It's going to need some bushings for the rear diff. Those were starting to tear. When I had swapped the diffs out, I could see it that 2 of them were starting to tear.
That's weird. You only have 3 races though. Like those usually last longer than that.
We replaced them with the factory bushings.
Still,
it's a heavy car. It's really heavy. It's 3,160 pounds before.
In New Hampshire. New Hampshire's not
any
nice.
driver. New Hampshire is not nice to cars. No. So yeah, I mean, it's going to need some things. It doesn't have ABS right now. The ABS is not working. We believe it's a steering angle sensor, which we didn't have time to replace. And that you have to take the whole steering column out of the car to replace it, which I think you had that same issue, Bill, on your car, correct?
Yep. I've had issues.
Yeah. So we've got
one weekend.
Right. We've got a steering angle sensor. Yes, I remember that. We've got a steering angle sensor for the car. But yeah, it's going to need brakes. It's going to need, everything checked over. It's going to need some bushings. A couple other things that it needs. I want to put the window net in. I want to put the center net in. We've got to put I've got to build the cool suit because we borrowed a cool suit because I was building my own. Yep. And not all the parts came in before the race. And so I got to build the cool suit. Everything's in the car for it, but I'm saving like $350 just building it myself instead of ordering it.
Yeah, we got it. Did you get the fittings yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we got.
Why do you have fittings?
Man, we broke a fitting on one of our coolers.
Oh.
So I got to fix that.
Yep. Yeah, I got them from McMaster Car.
Yeah, that's where you get them. It's just you'd never know which one you need because
you have the same ones. You have the same ones I have, so I will give you my list. We'll chat about it, and I'll give you the list.
Cool.
That way, there you get the correct one.
Yeah, I usually just end up buying both and having spares because it's like I'd
rather
get them all than wait.
What I want to do also is I want to build an adapter, a short adapter.
Yep.
Because you know how it has 2 different fittings? There's 2 different styles. There's cool suit and then there's the other one. So I want to build a short adapter for someone that has the other shirt that they can still plug into the cool suit. And I want to build a couple of them. So
you got to have them go both ways too.
Right. Both. Yeah. So that we can
if you're in your suit shirt and you go to somebody else's car and they have the other one.
Yes.
So
Yep. So the plan is I'll build like 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
One of each way for me and one of each way to keep in your car, and then we have them just in case.
Yeah.
Because I think I have enough stuff to do that.
Cool.
But
it's going to require lost a nipple right out of the cooler in the larger one. So we have the smaller one, but the larger one's down for the count right now.
Yep.
Yeah. I know. I think the larger one, no, one of them, it's like the whole motor is broken in it. The whole device that makes it work.
Oh, is it the actual sump pump
on one of them? So we're either going to have to build a new one or because I don't think they make any of those anymore.
I'll just take it from you when I drive through to Dominion.
Okay.
In like 3 weeks, I'll just grab it and take it from you and I'll fix it.
Mhm.
make sure it
Okay.
works. Yeah,
Cool.
I'll just take it and bring it home and fix it. But yeah, I mean, the car needs some love. She's had 4 good
Oh,
races
a
and,
race.
Mhm.
you know, 4 top 10s with it. So it's proven to be a reliable, inexpensive, I'm not going to say inexpensive to run, but inexpensive car, right? Like it didn't cost me much at all.
Right.
We all built the cage together. Chris showed us how to build the cage, and we had an amazing cage building weekend.
Yes, we did.
Cage
At
party.
Casa de Fische.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's been a really good, fun car.
Mhm.
Excellent.
You guys need to get in it and drive it.
All
Oh,
right.
I very much love to.
Yep.
So you came in second, but the true highlight of this weekend was Vicki and Jennifer were coming to Thompson to do the Chewing Crew escapade.
What a hot mess.
Can we discuss that just for 1 second?
Oh no, we're
Yeah.
discussing it for much more than 1 second, Jeremy.
Okay. So we receive a text message and we're all really excited. Vicki sends us a message, and it's a whole group. It's all the 3 pedal mafia people and us, and right,
Weeks ahead.
weeks and weeks, maybe 4 weeks ahead, actually.
Yeah.
And so we're all getting really excited. We're like, Vicki and Jen are coming. They're going to help with the potluck. They're going to help, hang out. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. Help with pit stops and all of the different things. Right now we have hands, right? And we're like, yes, this is going to be great. So
It was terrible.
was it Monday, Vicki, or was it Tuesday of the race?
Had it been like Tuesday.
It was Tuesday. So I call and Tuesday. Yes, it was Tuesday, because Tuesday was when I realized that not all the parts were going to come in for my cool suit.
Yeah.
And Tuesday
That's
is
no
also
problem.
And Tuesday was also when I realized that my spare set of brake pads were no longer in where my spare set of brake pads were supposed to be. And I'm rummaging around trying to find them. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, well, Vicki's going to come. So I know they have the same cool suit. And I know Bill has a couple of sets of used spare brake pads. And I'll call Vicki and I'll see if she can bring them.
It's going to be no problem, Jeremy. She'll bring him on right when she's on the way.
Absolutely. I told him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We
I
made
said, Vicki,
plans and everything.
Yeah, she's like, yes, I can absolutely bring that stuff. I think I know where it is, and I'll find it, and I'll just bring it. And I don't remember how it came up, but I was like, okay,
Because
well,
you were getting ready to load the car, and I couldn't figure out how come you were
Yes,
loading
that's
a
what it was.
car like a
Yes.
whole week early. I'm like, that's so impressive.
yeah. I was loading the car. You're already done with it. It's whatever, a whole week early. And I'm like, no. I'm leaving Friday morning. The race is this weekend.
You know.
You're going to be up there on Thursday.
And I'm like, I'm not even remotely like ready, because Jennifer and I were going to glamp the whole thing. We weren't just going to camp. We were going to glamp. We were going to do the whole tent up. Jennifer and I were looking at this particular race as almost like a mini vacation to hang out with our friends, because we had already told the guys that I'm not coming to race and I don't want to run a team. And I said, we're not bringing food. We'll bring things to add, but we'll be happy to fix the food that you bring.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You're making
So
all these
everybody-
promises, all this
We
plan.
were so excited, and I don't know what happened. It's like
the weekends were mixed up.
the weekends were mixed up, and I think mentally what threw me off is that the weekend that we raced at Thompson, the very following, Bill drives or had been driving to a conference down in Alabama. But his conference shifted. So I think somewhere in my brain, something shifted in me. And because I was attributing those two to the same weekends, I kept thinking it was the following weekend because Bill wasn't leaving until that Monday. Something registered. I don't know how it compartmentalized that way, but I was so looking forward to that race. And so was Jennifer.
So
And
how
I'm
did
like,
it go,
man.
Vic? How was your race?
I didn't do anything. It was a mess. I
Vicki
couldn't
was
believe
like,
it.
on the phone, she's like, no, it's not this weekend. No, it can't be. She was so sad on the phone, and 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 it was like, she's like, no matter what, I can't come because I've already have other plans for this weekend.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did.
it was great.
It was a whole commitment that I had made, and it threw everything off. Oh man. But
So
I don't know,
Jeremy,
yeah, maybe I was looking at last year's schedule that popped up when I looked at it real quick when I was making the plans on the schedule. I don't know, but it's not going to happen again.
there's this thing called Jeremy. What's that? What's the paper with the squares that goes on the wall? What are those things called? The paper?
Um, um, is
It's
that a
new. They
calendar?
just came out with these things.
Is that they call it a calendar, right? Is that what it is?
Calendar. That's right.
Yes,
A
yes.
calendar.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
that
bit
new tool that
disorganized.
people have.
Disorganized and disoriented,
So
apparently.
funny. So funny.
You can use the
But
tool or be a tool.
that's right.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just the disappointment was like, oh no, now I have to call Jennifer and tell her we can't go. Yeah, it was pretty comical.
Yeah, we were just going to go up there to hang and help. We,
So-
Yep.
and as the name that came out of Slippery Slope team, Audra Slippery Slope team, we called ourselves, as they call theirs, Chewing Crew. So we were
Yep.
coming to Chewing Crew.
You chewed and crewed.
Yep.
No.
We were offering hot pit services because we were going to bring our suits.
You really got to be careful about it, the way you phrase that. But yes.
Yep.
So
you chewed on nothing and crewed on nothing.
that's
Right.
absolutely
Yep.
Excellent. So you're a toothless. I don't know.
It was terrible.
What's the opposite of a crew? I don't
It'll
know.
it'll never happen again.
Well, I don't know. It's
So,
funny.
But right now we're looking forward to the summit race.
Yep.
I had a flash moment of a wiring issue that we had, but I think we might have fixed that wiring issue with the car because it was running fine.
Mhm.
After we found that troublesome nightmare of a problem that we had.
All
So-
of the issues. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we're looking at summit for sure.
So will we
Yep.
be seeing you before Summit, Jeremy?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
driving down through. Well, I'm coming down through. I got to go to
Yeah.
Dominion.
Are you staying
So
or
yeah,
just sleeping over?
no, I'm gonna stay.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Hopefully we'll have a car
Um,
for you to review.
And when's Dominion again?
Dominion is September. Hold on. I'll tell you when I'm going to Dominion.
Are you going to Gingerman?
September 15th, 16th, I'll be driving down to Dominion.
Okay.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks away.
Okay.
So Gingerman, yay or nay? What did it end up?
No, I talked to Mike. I can't.
Okay.
I can't go. It's too early. It's too close. He has a full crew anyway. He and I had chatted. And obviously Gingerman sounds like a great track, and he just wanted to make sure that I either wanted to go or not because they were closing database this week.
Right.
But yeah, so I'm home for the next couple of weeks. So
Mhm.
yeah.
All right. That sounds like
Yeah.
fun. You get to actually see your family and they'll get tired of you and wish you were away again.
Yeah, probably. Pretty
All
close.
right.
Sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty accurate.
See, you,
And,
you can't win, Jeremy. If you're not there, they're complaining you're not there. And when you're there, you're like, why are you bothering me?
Yeah, why are you bothering me? Yeah. So, I mean, Thompson, for all of our friends, Thompson was a really good event this year. Slippery Slope had a really good showing, but I'm gonna let that be for their podcast.
Mhm.
A whole bunch of people that I'm friends with Lemons, they just did very well. I think Glenn came in 7th, maybe.
Yeah. Top 10 for
in
sure.
the truck. How does that happen? That truck's never been that fast either in the history of trucks. It's never been that fast.
Nope. He doesn't really want it to be. Like there's things he could
Yep.
do to make it faster, but he's happy.
Well, no, they did stuff to it, and
Oh, they
now
did
they're
stuff?
driving.
Okay.
Yeah, and now they're driving the wheels off of it. He
I
came
wonder what he
in.
did.
They did some
Hold on.
Glenn
alignment
Farney is
stuff.
the yellow
Yellow
hazard
and black
truck.
S10, yeah.
They did a
Overdue to come on the podcast, Glenn. You could tell us all the details, Glenn.
They broke into a 131.
Wow.
So a
Wow.
131.9, which is 2 seconds faster than our truck was.
Yeah.
The last time we had it there before we did all the other stuff, like all the, fix the motor and realize we were way down on power.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did a 131.971. So they just barely broke into that 131 mark.
That's pretty fast for that car.
That's
Do they still
very
have
fast
the
for that
automatic
truck.
in it?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. They
Glenn.
did some modifications. They did some suspension setup and some other things. And they
suspension
they
and
decided,
alignment, I think. Yeah.
Yep. They decided they were going to drive the wheels off it, and they did.
And they did.
They did.
Well, they're
So-
Corvette wheels. You got to drive them.
Right. Yep.
Indeed.
Who-
So
Who
Jeremy,
was the
job
gray
well done.
helmet on your team?
What?
So I have a silver helmet.
A silver helmet.
I have a
Okay.
silver helmet.
Yeah.
Nick has a black helmet, and I think John has a carbon fiber helmet. So it
Oh.
looks black. Yeah, mine
sorry.
is the silver helmet.
I'm watching you in your video. Did you?
I know.
You'll know it's me. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the heart for the I love
I
you.
know. You just-
You'll know it's me because I do that and I dance during the music. But yeah, it was fun.
Awesome. Plans for Summit? You coming to Summit Point?
Yes, the plan is
Really?
back to back New Hampshire and Summit.
I would like
Yep.
to do a back to back.
Yeah,
You're
New
gonna
Hampshire
do
and
back
Summit.
to
That's
back?
the plan.
I
That's the
don't
plan
know.
right now. Yep.
No, I'm talking to her.
Oh,
Oh, if it's is it Halloween weekend? No.
it's No,
It's
two
the
weeks
weekend before.
Yeah, it's weekend. It's so New Hampshire's 2 weeks before Halloween, and then Summit is the week before Halloween.
Because I have a
Yep.
conflict.
You have a conflict?
I
You do?
Bill and I will talk.
So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, your next race is not Gingerman. But
Not
you got a
Gingerman.
bunch of extreme stuff, I'm sure.
A lot of extreme stuff. If the white car is finished, there's something at the end of September, beginning of October, that with that Northeast GT.
Mhm.
So I might try to go do one of those 3-hour drives to see how the car is, to test it.
Okay.
But we'll see. Because the first race for that car is November.
Yeah.
And then December.
Yeah.
So.
Indeed.
Yep.
Excellent. I think there's a AER at NJMP too.
That's November.
Yeah.
Yeah. 14-hour November.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
There's not much more you can do in November. 14 hours.
No,
Not
14
a-
hours straight.
Not a lot of sun.
No. Nope.
So cool.
Yep.
All right, Jeremy, second place with the hands.
Second place. Yep. The kids
Nicely
did good.
done. Nicely done.
Yep. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on tonight.
No worries.
Thank
It was
you
right
for
on time.
coming.
That's it. Right on time.
Right on time. 3 weeks late.
I tell you what, not having an engine ready really sucks.
Yeah.
We're
Yep.
we're not doing that again. We're sending the second one out to get all that finished because sitting this idle this long.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
we're slowly learning things about Hondas. You need to have
Yeah.
spare engines. If you're going to race a Honda, you got to have a spare engine.
Yep.
We'll have
As
to.
reliable as they are on the street, for some reason, endurance racing takes its toll on them.
It takes a
Mhm.
toll on everything.
It does. 100%.
Yeah.
All right, Jeremy, thank you for coming on. Appreciate
Jeremy,
it.
thank you. It's so
Thank you so
good
much
to
for having
see
me.
you again.
And we will talk very soon.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Okay. Adios.